every year, the African Magic Viewers Choice Awards, AMVCA, light up the Nollywood scene, bringing together the best in African filmmaking, acting, and content creation. It's usually a night full of glitz, glamour, and of course, some unforgettable acceptance speeches.
Thank you, AMVCA, thank you!
Hi, Kate's crew. So today we're diving into the world of the AMVCA. So let's explore, right? The AMVCA, since its inception in 2013, has become one of Nollywood's most prestigious awards. Winning one is not just about taking home a trophy. It's about prestige, visibility, and also getting your name out there. Now, if you are a fan of African film, television, and all things entertainment, just as I am, you're probably as excited as I am about the nominees for the AMVCA 2025. But all up, the African Magic Viewers Choice Awards is always a big deal. But this year, there are some noticeable absence from the list, more like omissions, that have left many of us scratching our heads. We've seen some amazing performances the past year. Names like Adedimeji Lateef, Uzo Arokwe, Chioma Chukwuka, and many others are definitely deserving of their nominations. Big congratulations to them, by the way. But there's a question that keeps coming up, or some questions, lots of questions. For example, why were movies like Everybody Loves Jennifer, Alakara Badambuji, and Queen Latifah not nominated, even though they were in the eligibility window? Now, the nominations covering film, television, digital content recognize works released between January 1 and December 31, 2024. And don't even get us started on the content creators like Kiki, Lai Wasabi, Gilmore, Falagade Banks, that's Ayira ELIFE, Jay on Air, amongst others. Where are they at in the digital content creator category? So let's break it down and maybe figure out what's going on here if we're able to. First off, let's talk about the eligibility window. For a movie or content creator to be considered for the AMVCA, they need to meet specific criteria like the release date, the platform they aired on, and even the type of content they're dishing out itself. So is it possible that even though movies like Everybody Loves Jennifer, Alakara Badambuji, and others were huge this year, they might not have met the exact guidelines that was set by the AMVCA? Because take these aforementioned movies, for example, they were massive hits. And I am also questioning why it was not nominated in any category at all. Like, that's a big kicker for me. But it brings the question, is it also possible that the Academy and the panel of judges, the jury, might have felt that the movie did not align perfectly with the year in question? Remember, the eligibility window is very strict. So is there a possibility that they probably missed out on this due to some technicalities? And that now brings me to the content creators. Names like Kiki, Lai Wasabi, Gilmore, Jay on Air, Falashade Banks, and many others who have done incredible work over the year and have a massive fan base. Why were they not included? Now, we all know that content creators are super important in today's entertainment world, but there are specific categories for them. Now, is it also possible that perhaps the project or the moments that they worked on did not match the AMVCA's criteria for recognition? Could it also be that they did not get the same level of visibility in the right categories? Or maybe their content was not viewed as award-worthy in the eyes of the panel, the jury, which we know that can be subjective, yes. Now, it is important to recognize that awards like the AMVCA might not always capture everything in the industry, maybe. Sure, some movies and creators may be left off the list, but that does not mean that they did not make an impact. I mean, we see the work that these acts put in, right? But the AMVCA has its own process. At the same time, I think that the real winners are the ones who continue to put out amazing content that connects with fans, whether they are nominated or not. And yes, we know being nominated is a big deal, but sometimes it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is about celebrating excellence in African entertainment, and this year's nominees are no doubt deserving of the recognition that they are getting. But that does not mean that we cannot question why some of our favorites, my favorites, did not make the cuts. Is there something more going on that we don't know about? So, what do you think? The floor is yours now. Did some of your favorite films or creators get snubbed this year? Leave your thoughts and let's discuss in the comments below. Until next time, my name is Kate Adiogun, and this is the conversation that never stops.